So what happens? You're not 12 anymore. My last video. You're not 12 anymore. You're 13. You're not 13 anymore. Sweet 16. How beautiful. Get to break on out there. 12, 16. Was 12 for the Jewish bat mitzvah? Was 16 for the rest of the world, the breakout? Why 12 and 16? They bar the 12. 13 can't be done on 2 dice. 16 and 18 and 21 and 25. 25, the earth number. Why, when we're kids, the children of God, does children mean child? In sports, they score a goal, they get a touchdown, growing people, human beings, and they're just loving it. They don't get it done. Sometimes they act like kids. They get crazy penalties in basketball, football, hockey, soccer. It doesn't matter the sport. You're a kid. You can't control yourself. How many businessmen compared to sports people that we see every day are jumping on the next, your colleague? What was life created for? So all what I do, all has to do with the compassion of knowing I feel great. I feel great, like a superhero, like a sports athlete. The more I know that my numbers are real, the more, what the greatest thing about knowing my numbers are real, my colleagues around the world that study the stars, astrology, constellation, doesn't matter what it is, studying the Bible, it all can be related in what I do. And people around the world have been giving me answers that I've just bumped into. They've already done it. I'm just catching up. So how can I be any better? I'm not. I'm different. It's just a different way of delivering the message of truth. I have gathered everybody's information at the top of my head, and one by one it'll be pulled off the toilet paper roll. And as I transfer this onto the silver screen, is the silver screen and the golden globe? It's a golden globe because it's pliable. Gold is pliable, silver a little less. All the wording in our languages, all our expressions that we make. Do we make expressions? I made it up. Hey, look, Ma made an expression. Why always Ma? Hey, why not Dad? There's a big difference between Ma, Dad, Dad, Ma. See the way it comes off our mouth? Ma, Mama, Ma, Dad. It's like, can you say D? You know, I always say the delta angle. And when you say D, check yourself out. When you say the letter D, oh my God, it came off on that side. What about D? D. I don't know. Anyways, maybe it's just me. I don't know. Hold on. Don't got a phone call. Ha ha. Yeah, it can be funny, right? You know what? My rounds. They call this a round. Look at that. It ends on the outside here and starts on the inside here. The only thing that's around is the center over here. Well, it didn't really go around. It looks like more like a P, like an E. What's going on? Oh my God. Why ask so many questions? See where this one comes out? If that one comes out there. Oh, it has to end in the same place. Oh, silly me. So, what can we talk about first today? I have to call the owner. Can you believe it? These 2 pieces, $40. I found a whole stove for $60. I got 2 of these. I got $60 in damage here. Made it into the Cardiac Olympics by collecting 3 blue medals. Not the gold. The Golden Globe Awards for the human light. The actors... Whoop, what happened here? The actors of the earth. Should I continue on the second part of my video with the moonlight sun? With the moonlight sun. Because it was a sunlight, but it was a moonlight. Could have been moon ray. You just see that go by, a cat just zoomed on by. That's okay. Just give me a second. Okay, so we talked about the sports. We talked about the, how we teach. We didn't talk about how we teach our kids. How does God teach us? How do we teach our kids? How do we speak to our adults? At what age do we, like, not want to upset somebody? At what age do we take the authority over our children and make order? Don't run into the middle of the street. Today it's, please don't drive fast and stop at all the stop signs. Oh my God, you're jogging. Make sure the cars stop at all the stop signs. And now I'm saying to you, please stop at all the stop signs. Take a look both ways. Don't just come to a stop, no one's there, you don't see any cars, that you can't be a runner because it's winter time. Pay attention to what's going on. Does Santa have something for us? Santa has given us a child. So wouldn't you think Santa would be related to the child? A child was born. When was Jesus born? Is that more Jesus is born on Easter time? So we come back to the time, what happened in December? Is that when they took Jesus from us? Took the light away? Because Santa and placenta To me is the same thing, and still says 1 cent. Oh, was sent. Was he sent, or was he sent back to collect the child? Is this where he rose from the dead? Rose. Does anybody know what a color of a rose is? That's right, it's pink. A rose. Rose in French is pink. 33 and 25. 48. The sun. Is that right? Pink. I have to mark R-O-S-E. 33 and 24. Tell me. 33 and 24 is 57. That means the moon. And again, we reconnect to Jesus. 57 is the moon, 54 is the sun, 56 is the light. 2 times 28 cycles of the moon. 14 to the DNA, 7 to the gateway, 3.5 to the energy, 1.75. 5 and 7 to the spirit and the energy. 1.75, and how do you divide that by 2? Give me a calculator real quick. 1.75 divided by 2. Divided by 2. I divide it by 5, it equals to 0.35. Times 5 equals 175. Divided by 2 equals to 875. That's the gateway to the E-world. You're 75 back included again. 2 and 5 are funny numbers. Multiply something by 5, you'll have half of the total number you had with an extra 0 on it. Divide something by 2, you'll have the same numbers. 1 less 0, you'll have the same situation. You'll just move over from here to here. Instead of binary 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5, 1, you'll have binary 1, 2, 4, total is 7, the bad cat. The rose, number 57. Pink is 50, 25, 25. The OS in the center, okay, is 15, and 19 equals to 34, and that would be your DC. So you'd end up with 34 and 23, beta creation, 2, 3, 3, 4. And 4. Anyways, I don't want to get into that. I'm going to be doing this over here next. My next video, we're going to stop this video. I did it for the children of God. When you come up to the roulette table, they wrote down. They flashed it easy. They went like this, and they made a flashing. And the flashing is here. The flashing is here. And the flashing is here. 1776. 3 numbers. And that's a total of 57. And here's a total of 21. 34. 44, 54, 64, 65. 74, 75, 57, 75, 5 numbers and 3 numbers. They call it orphaland, like the orphan children. You let us be alone with the dogs and the cats. Take care of your dogs and cats. You ever see their alien vision? Their computer-like acting, stretching of the serviceware for your cat to go, meow, meow. 66, 18, 66, 18, meow, or 8. Me is 18 or 8, and ow is 38, 23, 38, or it's 23 minus 15. 23 minus 15 is 8. It's 88. It's the sky. Meow, talking up to the sky. 88 purple, red and blue through the veins, the way she flows through the blood. Everything links in for the children. Santa, the Santa Claus. Put it on the bas. A bas in French is sock. On the bas. It also means down. You know, Krista Berg, I'm going to jump off the story page. Krista Berg with many souls were on the line. Let me tell you one thing, we'll go as high as 105. But there's other numbers in there too. 10,000 souls. Anyways, talking about feet, 5,000 people for a soul. Soul on the bottom of your foot. 2 per person, 10,000 equals 5,000. And if everything was mirrored, it'd only be 2,500. Right? What is above is below. Or maybe even hasn't reached below yet. Maybe it's above, but it has to move you from above to below. So it needs the extra area space. So it always needs 2 area spaces. And also it needs 3 area spaces because it moves you out of the way. It brings from what's down below, okay, through the area passing onto the other side. So forget about all the area you need to move. But how we move things, you always need an open space and 2 spaces. 1 to move to. Unless it's just occupied with ether. And then you have to move the ether to another place. And if you don't move the ether to another place, right, the energy, or the energy doesn't move. It's just, look, it's right here. This area space has never moved. But what's in that area space has been moved. Because I'm occupying the area space. In and out from the same area. What am I taking in? And is it the same thing going out? Right away. What is processed? Yes, because the rest goes out down there. Unless you drink too much, it can come out up here. Boy, I'm taking this all over the place, and I'm losing everybody. If I say penta, You say 5. If I say pentafecta, if I say pentagram, whatever I add to the end of the penta, what story comes along with this? What story? Quadra. If I say quadra. If I say super. See, the number 4 comes with super. What other word comes with number 4? I'm looking up in terminology in places with numbers. Gambling holds a lot of, the gambling inspector, the odds, they hold a ton of numbers. And then numbers come in when you divide funds. They pay it to the 10 cents, they pay it to the 20 cents, they pay it to the 50 cents, they pay it to the 60 cents. And how things are broken down in percentages, the way they come off. How do we move things around, cut things up to sew this world together? What I do think funny before I end this video is that a superfecta of 4 numbers, where 3 numbers can go in any order. There's three orders to one number. 3 numbers, 3 orders, 6. Sorry, 3 numbers, 6 positions. 4 numbers, 24 positions. Plus the 1 day of God, plus the 1 day of God, plus the 1 day of God. So when we get to the week, we get to 120. It automatically tells me about Mars. Add up 1 to 15. Equals this. Add up 1 to 6, it equals to 21. A 1-for-1 exchange. 1 through 15, add up 1 through 5, just 1 and 5 is 6. Now go 1 to 6 is 21. Telling me a story. Here is 1 and 7. 1 and 7 more numbers, a total of 8. Here's a total of 6, gives me the 60 seconds on the clock. Here's a total number of 7, the gateway. It's telling me this is the pool table, 15 balls. This is the 7 equals to 210. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6 to start. 3, 3, 3, 9, 9, 9, 6. By the time you get to your 13th number, your 14th number, 13 and 1. I don't know how we get 17, 16. There's something missing in this. I don't remember what it was. Is it 1716 positions? Something seems to be wrong. Give me a second. Yeah, it's 1716. It says PQ. It says the gateway. It tells me about AC. How do we create an AC current? It tells me the MACD. What is the MACD? I know in stock markets there's a MACD. What does that line mean? Okay, Spirit is 76. 171. 87. This will be 87 if I work it out. 777. 21. Coming out of Quebec. Quebec Energy. There's all kinds of numbers with this. Here's the 1 key with 8 numbers. 1680. The 1 key with 7 numbers. 840. See the way this changes between 7 and 8? The gateway, 1 moon on the card. If you were looking at the cards, look what happens. Am I talking 1 key with 8 horses? So I'm just talking about 8 and 7 right now. Becomes half. 1 number becomes half. And then over here, it's even less than half. This is 6 by 60. And this is 10 and 6. 10 by 60 is 600. And 5 by 60. How do we get the 600? We need 240. We need 4. We need 4, but it's with this. So it's 3/4 of. 240 is 3/4 of this. Anyways, I don't know the calculation, but here it's half, and here it's less than half, and here it's 1/3 in the energy. And 24 is 5 times, it's 1/5. Speed of horses is measured in 1/5. So this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Were there any other numbers that I didn't hear? What is this exactly? 4 horses. Is this a trifecta I was looking at after I looked up the rest? Anyways, I'm not really sure what this is right now. Oh, it was right here, the 24. And number 5 was the 60. Oh yeah, I took it from down here. So this is what I was looking at. It's telling me these stories over here. Mars links to 120. Birth is through the 7th gateway. The 12 moons is number 8. The 9, we get the sun. The 10, we get the red sun. 11, we enter into Jupiter. And over here, we get the moon and location. Bar the 12. Moon and location, 1 spirit. Bar the 12. 20 is location, AC. 31 is a link to the AC part of the moon after the Christ, right here. 32, beta creation, secondary creation. There's 1, 5, and there's 2, 3. Same thing, almost. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 equals 5 and 6. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 equals 5 and 6. Just 1 is in the 2 area, 1 is in the 1 area. Can you combine those 2 together and twist them like in a fence? I don't know, I have to think. Raphael, 7286, in a constellation of Pegasus. Add a little color to your day. Thank you for watching this video.